Hello students, welcome back to your online session for physics class for today. Now today, continuing with our chapter number 2, we will begin with point number 2.5, that is measurement of areas. Now let us see what is surface area. It is defined as the measure of the surface of an object. It means the measurement of the surface of any object is called the surface area of that object. Okay. Now the amount of surface occupied or enclosed by the side of an object is called area. It means the amount of surface that is occupied or enclosed by the side of an object is called area. It means, see, we can see this pen over here, like whatever surface or the area or the place this pen is covering is the area of this pen. Okay, and the SI unit of area is square meter, or we can also see meter square. The multiples of square meter like hectare and square kilometer are used to measure larger areas. Submultiples of the square meter like square centimeter and the square millimeter are used to measure smaller areas. We use a graph sheet to measure the area of a regular or an irregular surface. It means that submultiples of square meter or like square centimeter or square millimeter we used to use to measure smaller areas, and we use a graph sheet to measure the area of a rectangular or an irregular surface. I hope you all have seen this. We have also worked or seen it. So using this graph the area of square or any irregular. Now multiple and some multiple units of area. 1 hectare is equals to 100 meter into 100 meter. It means it will become 10,000, and as meter and meter will be multiplied, it will become meter square. Now 1 meter square is equals to 1 upon 10,000 hectare, like it is just vice versa. Okay, it is equals to 10 minus 4 hectare. It means that it will become minus 4 as it has 4 zeros over here. Okay, so this is how we can write it like this. Now 1 kilometer square is equals to 1000 meter into 1000 meter is equals to 1,000,000 meter square. So it will become 10 lakh meter square. So 1 kilometer square is equals to 100 hectare. After converting from one unit to another, this is how we will get it. Now measurement of area of a regular surface. If we just find out the area of a regular surface, what we need to do, we can find the area of regular surfaces by measuring their linear dimensions like length, breadth, etc., and calculating the area using appropriate formula. The formula used to find the area of some regular shapes are given below. Students, I hope you all remember these formulae. We have also studied in our 5th standard maths, right? Area of a square is equals to side into side, then area of rectangle is equals to length into breadth, area of triangle is equals to half into base into height. Now see, this is a square, and like in a square all the sides are equal. Okay, and in a rectangle this is length and this is breadth. Okay, and in a triangle this is base and this is height. So this is how we can see our formula also. Area of triangle is equals to half into base into height. Now area of circle is equals to pi into r square. Area of circle is equals to pi into r square. In your maths of 5th standard, or maybe in 7th standard, 6th or 7th, you will see there is a specific value of pi, that is 22 upon 7. Okay, we cannot change the value of pi, we have to take that particular value every time. Okay, so it is not, we cannot change this value. Now we can find the area of a small regular surface using a centimeter graph sheet also. Yes, we can also find the area using such kind of graph sheet. Now scales on a graph paper. Now how are we going to find it? Let us see it. Graph paper is a writing paper that is printed with fine lines making up a regular grid. The lines are often used as guides for plotting mathematical functions or experimental data and drawing two-dimensional graphs. It is commonly found in mathematics and engineering education setting and in laboratory notebooks. I just hope students you all must have seen such graphs behind your physics or your chemistry, biology notebooks and your science notebooks, right? And sometimes we used to use it in maths also, and sometimes in our science subjects also, and also in engineering education settings. Okay, so the lines are often used as guides. We used to use these lines to just like count them, and from this point towards this we will have 10 points in between, right? So we used to just count it very carefully and then mark it, and like this is how we used to make different kinds of graphs on it, or just experimental data or drawing two-dimensional graphs. So this is how we used to use this graph paper. Okay, and you can see like in 2 centimeter major lines, 1 centimeter intermediate lines, and 0.025 centimeter minor lines. This is how the graph is divided into, the lines are divided into. Okay, now a centimeter graph paper as shown has bold lines after every 2 centimeter. It means like these bold lines, this one and this one, in between these two lines there will be 2 centimeters in between in each gap. Okay, now the space between two bold lines is divided into 8 divisions. Each small division is of 1 centimeter, which is further divided into 4 divisions of 0.25 centimeter each. Now, measurement of area of regular flat surfaces using a graph paper. We can find the area of a regular flat surface. Example, a rectangular cupboard. Using a graph sheet. For doing this, the rectangular cupboard is placed on a centimeter graph sheet and its outline is drawn. Then the number of complete squares occupied by the cardboard are counted. Let the number of squares be x, then the area of the rectangle is area is equals to x into area of one square. Now see what they are asking us to do, to take our cardboard and to keep that cardboard between this graph paper. Okay, like taking the ends properly. Then what they are asking to draw a outline. After keeping the cardboard over here, draw a outline over here so that we can calculate it nicely. Now the number of complete squares occupied by the cardboard are counted. Let the number of small squares be x, then the area of rectangle is, now see, complete square like this, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is how like complete squares we need to count. Now x into area of one square. Now let us see, suppose we are given a rectangle of length 6 centimeter and breadth 4 centimeter. Place it on a graph paper as shown. This is how they have kept that cardboard, whose length is 6 and breadth is 4. Now what we have to do, count the number of small squares which lie within the rectangle. As we can see, the number of square is 24. Like these are the smaller squares we need to count, and the smaller squares are total 24 over here. Therefore the area of rectangle is equals to 24 into area of one small square. Now these total squares are 24, and like what is the area of one small square? Area of one small square is 1 centimeter. So this is how we can get the area of rectangle is equals to 24 into 1 is equals to 24 centimeter square. And like another formula is, if we use the formula for the area of rectangle, we find that area of rectangle, what is the formula of area of rectangle? Length into breadth, right? So this is length and this is breadth. Let us multiply. 6 4s are 24. So this is how we got the answer, 24 centimeter square, which is same as measured with the help of graph paper. The same procedure can be used for other regularly shaped objects. Like even we can make a triangle over here, we can make a square over here, and we can count it like this only. Okay, but the actually the easiest method is to use formula, because we can easily multiply it, or in this process we just need to count the number of squares, small squares over here. Okay, so this is how we have done this topic, measurement of areas. Now let us see again, these are the important points that are there in often that are taken from this whole chapter. Length, breadth, time, speed, temperature, volume are physical quantities which can be measured. Length is defined as a separation of distance between 2 points in space. Now, devices used for measuring length are like ruler or measuring tape. SI unit of length is meter, and for long distance it is kilometer. Mass is defined as the quantity of matter contained in a body. SI unit of mass is kilogram. Now, devices used to measure mass are beam balance or electronic balance. Time is defined as gap between two events. I have also explained all these things in your while explaining the chapter. And the SI unit of time is second. Conversion of 24-hour time into 12-hour time, we have also discussed this one. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called temperature. Two commonly used temperature scales are Celsius and Fahrenheit scale. In scientific calculations, Kelvin scale is used, like whenever we used to do any calculation in laboratories. Okay, so at that time Kelvin scale is used. The conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit temperature is as follows. This is the formula. Now, temperature can be measured by thermometer. Thermometer is used to measure the temperature of an object. Thermometer are of two types: clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used to measure the temperature of human body. Clinical thermometer having both scales, Celsius and Fahrenheit, and minimum temperature is 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degrees Celsius to a maximum of temperature 42 degrees Celsius or 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Then laboratory thermometer used in a science laboratory and have scales from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Now, in measurement of areas, surface area is defined as the measure of the surface of an object, and SI unit of area in square meter is meter square, right? This is how we used to write it. Now, area of regular surface is area of a square side into side, area of rectangle length into breadth, area of triangle half into base into height, area of circle pi r square. R square means we will multiply r 2 times. If the value of r is 2, so we will multiply 2 into 2 and then we will multiply with 22 upon 7. Now, area of regular flat surface using graph paper. This is how like we can just find out the area of any regular surface using a graph paper by just counting the number of squares, small squares given in it. So this is how our chapter number 2 is completed, students. Now we will move on to our exercises. First of all, we will do this one, pick the correct one. Okay, this one we will do. Then fill in the blanks, then true and false, and choose the odd one out by giving reasons and match the following. I will send its PDF after this video. Okay, and please do these all these exercises in your physics book. Okay, do these exercises in your physics book, then we will do the question answers in notebook. Okay, so that is all for today. Have a good day, students. Take care.